Hello and welcome to a new triangle video. Bard Idol. This is about 2 weeks old. I found that on Steam. I wasn't sure I was gonna make a video out of it. I decided to have nothing to lose. Bandit, elf, random character. Of course, I watched one video or two on YouTube. There isn't much for all I could see, anyways. So we'll do an overview of this game. So this chest, I thought automatically in many games you would need a thief. I was in fact right. You'll see that later. I had a lot of fun playing this. Originally I was supposed to do a as we play commentary, but I wanted to reach the point where you prestige, so there's going to be a little more content in this video. Right now I'm just gonna comment what I see, and when it slows down I'm gonna stop the voiceover and edit the video. Now we'll go back to the camp, and this reminds me of a game called Soda Dungeon 2 that you might be familiar with. I don't know if you knew I had a series on that. I don't know if I had 25 subscribers when I made that series, so at the end of the video I'll put it in the recommended. I invite you to watch this, and I was pretty new to YouTube, but it's an okay series I think, and it's 100% achievement journey, and I get all the achievements. It's the only 100% achievement journey that I ever completed since this channel exists, because I play games like Idol Slayer, which is a 100% achievement journey, or Eidolon. They'll take forever, like years, before I even finish them. Here's a thief. Okay, so that thief will be able to open chests. And in Soda Dungeon 2, I would accelerate fighting. By the way, here's an achievement. Okay, something a bit odd happens with achievement that I'm more or less likely should probably fix it. I'll show you what I mean later. Soup gives you haste and regen. I didn't use soup all that much at first, but towards the end of the video I'll use it all the time because I'll get a lot of it. Okay, so yeah, in the Soda Dungeon 2 I would skip those fights, or make them much faster, or skip them. But for now we're gonna look at anything that's new. So this is the in-game currency shop. This game is free, of course, and I wanted the gold gain, the 201 gold gain times 3. Okay, I'm not gonna reach that point, and that thing, I'm gonna show you what that is also. We'll reach up to the point where I'm ready to prestige, which is the rider's shop right there. But you need how is it called? I don't know how it's called, but the little pen there. Yeah, so it's a fun game. I mean, I could sit there for hours and play it non-stop. Very addictive, but I have to refrain from playing for now. I don't know if I'll make a series out of this. You see the scaling table, everything is E for this character. Druid, Undead, then this character has a C rating. So I was not aware of those ratings. I don't really care for now, but I think you'll be able to replace heroes later. Once my team is full, and I have no idea how big your team can be, then I'll start replacing the ones with very poor scores. Now the ballads give you certain effects, and they will increase how much, like if you have a certain amount of ballads, it will increase how much of those pens that you get for prestige. I call it prestige, but I forgot all the names already. And I played this like 2 days ago. And I was supposed to publish this today if I was going to publish it. And I played this game taking a break from making the Idol Slayer video that I just made, which took forever. So yeah, so I think I might be about to fast forward some of the footage. Let's see what happens. I think now I have a healer. My front character died. I have my thief still fighting, and look at these mobs. Not after a wave, everybody comes back to life. I'm starting to get hit hard here. And we'll reach, I don't know, Wolf 3 or something like that, maybe Wolf 4, I don't remember either. You might wonder if I have a memory problem. No, it's because I play too many games. I should have done the voiceover right after doing this gameplay, but I didn't have time. Okay, it is what it is. So back to camp. So why does it remind me of Soda Dungeon 2? It's just because you, or the original Soda Dungeon, you recruit, you recruit heroes, and they all have different classes and can make teams. Now I don't know if there's gear and stuff, but for some reason I really have this feeling of Soda Dungeon, even though there's no tavern, you know. And I think it's an inferior game to Soda Dungeon, but it's pretty fun. Now the upgrade thing there for weapon and food, you see the bar? I'm gonna make a zoom in, I'll edit after. There's a little bar, and it's gonna go up. It's gonna give me things. So one thing I wanted to do is for health, weapons, and soup, I wanted to find out what it gives me once the bar is completely filled. So we're gonna do that also today. And please let me know in the comments, did you play this game? What do you think of this game? Would you be interested in the series? Now it's a try and all video. This is not a pilot episode, but I've done 1 or 2 games that I transform into pilot episodes. Look at that, a scaling table again. Horrible character. But what I wanted to do is get one of each, because there's different events. I don't fully understand what they are, but... Oh, by the way, yeah, catch the rabbit, that's a mini game to get 10 candies, which is the in-game currency, and I want 200 of them to get the multiplier I was talking about, which is gold, I think, yeah. So my goal is to catch a rabbit. If he reaches the edge of the screen, I lose. I did not know that, I did not understand how it worked, so he's gonna run away. That was horrible, but I didn't understand. Now I do understand, and I play strategy games, so let's try to be smart here and block exits like this. See? Block, yeah. Better. If I block the 2 top exits, it cannot exit anymore. And if I trap him, I'm gonna get 10 candy. So I don't know how many tries you get. There you go. I'm gonna be able to do it. See? 10 candy. Interesting. Alright. So far that's what the game is when you start. I can click, see the bunny there. If I click on the bunny, I get a little bit of money. Here's my thief saying I'm rich and opening this chest. But for each event, there's a tree at one point. So you see, when I get achievement, it always puts me at the top and I have to scroll down instead of showing me directly to the achievement. So I don't want to scroll. That sounds lazy, doesn't it? But that would be a quality of life improvement that they could do on the game. By the way, if the developers watching, if you want to write a little comment and say hi to everybody, it would be cool. But yeah, really fun game. And I think I'm gonna just stop my voice over here and look what's ahead, and I'll start editing, accelerating the footage so we can reach some new elements. Okay, I looked ahead. We're gonna continue at normal speed because we're about to change area, and there's going to be another of these events. As I was talking about the chest, and I forgot what the other events were. I talked about the tree, right? Well, we're gonna get one of them. So there's 10 ways per, I don't know how they call it, worlds or levels. And I'm just fighting those at normal speed. Using soup. Soup makes a big difference in terms of haste. And when I increase health and weapon using the stuff that costs 144 at the top, it's plus 50%. I would assume is compounded. I'm almost certain, just logic dictates it. Here we are in the second zone. Okay, they call it zone if you look at the bottom left. We're in the second zone, and this is an obelisk. Which class uses this? I think it's the healer. See, I got an achievement for the first time I use an obelisk. So it gives you buffs of sorts. Okay, I'm not sure exactly what they are. I'm no expert at this game. I cannot be... Okay, so it makes a bunch of bunnies appear. I make a ton of money. That's pretty cool. I don't have my auto clicker set up here, so I'm gonna have to click with my mouse normally. So that's why I did not skip any of this. And if you look at the top, you receive the soup, right? You see the bar going up? I don't think I need to zoom in. Look at the top. You see a green bar where the health is and a weapon. Soup is at 0. So I was really curious to see what happens when you reach the maximum. So we'll reach that. So here I'm looking for something new, a new class, but I went with this priest because I wanted 2 healers. I think it's a smart idea. You know, stay alive, more survivability. Yet another character, and bandits, 6 heroes, another 10 candies, and then I have to scroll again. Okay, so this is all real time. So since the beginning we've been playing real time. The weekly super game and get the token. Oh, what's a token? Well, we'll find out. So I think I'll mess it up for the first time again. So let's see. I think I'll mess it up if I remember correctly. There's no way I'll... Look, he's running away. No. I don't know how many tries you have, but it's a weekly thing. There's no chance. I always think to find a way, but there's no way. Look. And there's an AI in this, and it's not random, like the move. Yeah, the AI is very simple, but he's really trying to get away. It's not just random moves, that would be too easy. But it's not very difficult, but you just gotta take your time and maybe be smart about it. And I wasn't. But in this case, I'll get it. There you go, see? He's stuck. And we're gonna get a token and see what it gives us. I was like, okay, what do you do with tokens? And I noticed also in the bottom, you see the ballad thing, 355 out of 500. We're gonna look at that too. So, okay, token, I can buy a token using candy. I don't want to do that. I want gold gain times 3 with 200 candies. But what happens if I use a token? Here I'm pointing to it to sort of speak to you. But when I use a token, it uses the machine on my left. Okay, let's see what happens. So let's see what this machine gives us. Green egg. What is a green egg? So there's a collection thing or something like that. Yeah, my collection right there. Plus 25% more green jelly. I was like, what is green jelly? Well, we'll find out. You see at the bottom, there's a bunch of candy. It looks like gummy bears almost. That's what they are. And we'll see what they're about. First, fast forward of the video, we're gonna reach the 500 required for ballad. So is it 500 kills? I'm trying to look at the numbers going up. 471. It's not kills. I don't know what it is, but anyways, you choose. You have two choices. I don't know if you can increase, but this one gives me more gold and 75% chance of not dying while eating. Makes no sense. So I'm gonna go with gold. It's no brainer. And you make sort of a ballad or a song. I'm gonna get more of those buffs. Okay, so that's the new mechanics. I want to show you only the new stuff. And there's fin on the right is prestige. When you end the ballad, this is when you prestige and you're gonna get some of those pens. When you're gonna look at that a bit later. I decided to skip some of the stuff and we're gonna look at the tree. And logic dictates it would be the druid. Let's see if it's the druid. Yes, it is. And the tree will give, it seems, once again a bunch of animals that you can click on and get a bunch of gold. Here I'm scrolling down again to get my 10 candies. Is it the same as the obelisk? I don't know. And if you played this game, please let me know in the comments. I do see some cheese falling down too. But yeah, I made a lot of money here. Trying to max out those squad health and weapons bar. And I can hire another hero. And the knight is B for strength. Much better, isn't it? So I don't know how it works once your team is full, but once again, I want to replace the bad characters. And the hawks thing on the left seems like it's a buff, but I don't understand what it is exactly, how it works. And now I was going to exit again, but we're about to get our first jelly. And this jelly, over time, it produces jelly of a certain type. Strain, dexterity, or other things. The only two I'm gonna get is strain or dexterity. Once you reach a certain amount, you can either upgrade how much you get per second, something like that, or upgrade strength or dexterity or whatever else there are. Probably every single existing stat can be upgraded. Oh, look at that. Oh, okay, that's because I maxed out the food thing. So the food thing will give you a jelly. So I have a choice between strength or cunning, so of course I'm gonna go with strength. That's what I do usually when I'm new to a game. I'm not even sure what cunning does. Once I find out, then we'll figure it out. And that green egg is for dexterity. I don't have a red egg, okay? You see the bottom left? There you go. So it's one per second? There you go. After a while, I'll increase how much I get. But that egg also increase how much you get from those jellies. Now in this clip we are in zone 3. 100 grams of jelly achieved. Scroll down for I don't know how many times I did that, and I will have to continue to do that. And continue fighting these new mobs, and we'll have access to a new ballad line. So which one should I choose? I went with +5 accuracy. I don't know if it's the best choice. And yet another achievement. And I did notice that I don't think there's any achievement on Steam for now. That'd be cool if there was. So we keep going here, and we're not too far from being done. I just want to show you anything that's new or striking. But eventually the game will think that it's about time for me to prestige or hit fin, or which means end or the end. But even at the end of the video, I feel like I could easily get more of these pens, and you're gonna see. Well, here we go with the stone. So once you fill the bar for the weapon, that's what you get. And I went +3 base damage, and you attribute it to somebody. Because the other one is a trade-off, and I'm not expert enough in this game to do trade-offs. I want to keep things simple. So I chose a character that has a decent scaling, rank. So +3 base damage on somebody that doesn't have D or E, that would be good. And I chose Night Orc, which is B damage. And he's like a melee, everyday, usual, knight, very not fancy class. Like priest undead. I don't know what undead is, like can they only hurt undeads and not normal characters? I'm speculating, I don't know. I filled the bar for a second time for food. This time I'm gonna choose the green jelly because I have the green egg. We should go in the candy shop in a moment to look at that. And look, I got 600 dwarf jelly dwarf for strength, so I can either, well, I know I can increase how much I get per second, but eventually I'll be able to increase my strength on, is it one character? I don't think I showed that. I think I cut it off. Anyways, after a while, I don't know how much you need, you can increase dexterity or strength on one or multiple characters. I don't remember, sorry about that. You can see I have 18 soup. I use soup all the time. There's another ballad, by the way. I skipped the part where I had another golden flow, and events happen more often. I thought this was attractive. Okay, and I'm gonna keep going, and soon the game will tell me to prestige, as I said, and I'll realize how easy it is to get those points. You look at the shop also. Here's yet another, and also orc versus human versus dwarf. Does it make a difference? I don't know. All things I would discover if I was to play this game some more. So this is fast forward ×4, 30 seconds max, and we should get something new. Anything new I'm showing, that's it. So here's the moment where the game thinks I should, and it's a bit annoying, they keep popping. I don't know if I would, I know it's the tutorial. So look at that, 18, okay. How do you call it? Anyways, it's 18 of those pens if I was to prestige right now, or end ballad. But you're gonna see how easy it is to increase that, and I should only ascend or prestige when the game starts slowing down, like in any idle game. And this is the shop, okay, that costs 2,000. I'm not gonna get that, but maybe L, but it costs only 1, right? So I'm gonna have to look at each what they are and make a decision. Add a new book, costs $10. If I have 50, 60, should I do it? I don't know. I'll have to figure it out, okay, if I play some more. I don't know if you noticed at the top, but the soup bar is almost full, and I was really looking forward to see what it gives us. And here we go. It gives me spice. We got chocolate. During soup effect, blessing timers will not decrease. Blessing timers. Incoming damage reduced by 80% while I eat. I read something in Diagonal super quick about chocolate, somewhere in the comments on Steam or something, and it seems strong, but I don't know. Is it strong, and why? And what are blessing timers? I'm not sure. So I went with that, bit blind, but it's okay. And now we are in zone 4. And they offer me, once again, to end the ballad at 30, okay? So I'm gonna 30 of these pens. And let's remember this number, because we're almost done with the video. I'm about to die. So what happened is I played about 3 or 4 minutes. I died. I'm gonna jump to that, okay? Played 3 or 4 minutes. I died and got 7 more in 4 minutes. So, I mean, it's 2 a minute or something. I'm gonna continue playing until I reach a number that is, you know, what I feel is not worth stretching this, I'll call it ascension or prestige any longer. And that's what I got for you for this game. You know, I'm in a phase on this channel where I experiment. I will play more trying out video games that I tried that seems fun, and I play with mobile games maybe, but I'm not gonna go away from idle, incremental games, things like this. Or I'll stretch to Vampire Survivor-like games, roguelites a little bit. There's chess, but it's more or less successful, although there was 2 successful videos. So I invite you to check out my Soda Dungeon 2 series. Please let me know in the comments what you think of all of this. Once again, this video is a bit of a long shot. And Cookie Clicker is coming, and Idol Slayer Galaxy Quest Part 2 is coming, so stay tuned. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please hit thumbs up and leave a comment below. If you want to support this channel, you can subscribe and hit the notification bell to make sure you don't miss future videos. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.